Hey yo, I just finished my full listen of Hills Have Eyes Part 2 from Westside Gunn. And at its best, well, it's a concise, nice package, 12-track audio spectacle from an MC who loves to show us the way and tell you exactly how high fashion and a life of crime fits with his superiority over us. At its worst, it's actually often a reminder that oftentimes Westside Gunn needs other people to help him keep things in line. Let's get into it. Okay, I know why you're here. These are the records that I love, the HQ theory, right? The records that I like, the records that I think are okay, and the records I'm asking why. You guys know I don't do scores. This is how we do reviews here at HQ and HQ LLP. This is the HQ theory. Now, with a 12-track project, I'm not mad at a lot, right? I'm not going to be asking why for a lot, and it's why I love, artists keeping their projects a little shorter, even in the streaming age, right? So, let's get into some of the records that I love, and then we'll kind of, sparingly just talk about some of the other records here. Let's start off with Amira Kitchen. I know some of y'all don't like the fact that sometimes you listening to an artist, people got to give you the how-to, right, of how to listen to that artist properly. But this applies to Westside Gunn. Often when you're listening to him, other than the fact that he's just telling you what to do with a break, and he's berating you about how much more flyer and superior he is over you, you got to understand, all right, what does this title mean? Why is this person on the cover? What is that reference? This is a good example, but however, he's joined by A.A. Rashid on the outro and Brother Tom Sauls at the hook and somewhat of a verse that really kind of, helps drive the point home here for the record. Now, I did look up Amira Kitchen. It looks like it's a restaurant upstate. Maybe that's where, the Buffalo Boys used to hang out and grab a bite, and reminds them of, back when, you know what I'm saying? Because you see Brother Tom Sowell on the hook saying, we seen rainstorms, we seen sunshines on both days. We be all right. We seen runways, we seen fights on both days. We was all right. So I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting A.A. Rashid at the end. Now, I will give Westside Gunn a little credit on this. On the second verse that he delivers, it's on point, it's on theme, right? But you get A.A. Rashid. I don't know if I said Rashad or Rashid, but anyway, he goes at the end, does that outro, says, man, let the music be the spiritual soundtrack to the ritual performance of his greatness. So it's a little more themed, right? In terms of, what vibe I'm supposed to get on this record, maybe a vibe of taking you back to where you first started, right? And all of that sometimes can be a little confusing, because if you're hearing, Fly Guy, if you're hearing Westside just talk all that fly, high fashion, what I'm saying? Boom, all that stuff you might get. And then you see a wrestler, you see Virgil on the cover here, that was the bodyguard to Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, someone that, Westside's already used on the cover. You got to kind of stay focused, right? You got to stay focused with a lot of this shit. And I feel like some of the features really helped here to complement what I really already enjoy. I enjoy Westside Gunn's rapping. Let's keep going. Another record that I like here is Brikolai Bolkoff. Again, I'm sorry, and don't get me twisted. Westside's not a joke to me. It's entertaining. This is what makes him entertaining. It's part of what, some of y'all, you might prefer Benny, you might prefer Conway. I think they all bring something different to the table. The value, I think, for Westside Gunn for me is like the art is entertaining in the way he presents it outside of what he's even saying. So I'm laughing because Brikolai Bolkoff is a play on words on Nikolai Volkov, who was a wrestler. Now, Heels Have Eyes is a heel, as in like a heel in wrestling here, but a play off the movie Heels Have Eyes, the horror movie. But anyway, they changed the Nikolai here to Brikolai Volkov. I'm trying to figure out. But anyway, another one where I think, again, I like this record, but Stove God really is a standout here for me. Now, that hook feels a bit unorthodox at first, but he gets into it and finishes it off and you're like, oh, this should aspire. And it's along the line of what I've been hearing from Stove God a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? He had that FICO joint with Pusha and Malice, Clips project. That was dope. his voice is really infectious, and he gives us, some bars as well. Shout out to Harry Fraud on his beat. I really, really, really like this record, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. My two guys right now in the running from this kind of like East Coast space of, I don't know what you want to call it, underground, whatever, that I think are really gonna pop, through this door that's been opened up really by, guys, by these Griselda guys, I think are going to be Brother Tom Sauce and Stove God Cook. That's gonna be my prediction going forward. Those are the two guys I think are really going to do well. Now, this is one of the records I think Westside Gunn stands out on his own. You know what I'm saying? This is produced by Conductor Williams, and I love this beat. I love a lot of Conductor shit. Like, maybe I'm a little biased. I'm probably biased. I really like Conductor. Like, out of all this, all due respect to Alchemist, Harry Fraud, CG, all these guys, I'm a real big time Conductor fan. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe because when you hear that first Conductor, it just does it for me. So this is another record that I really love, and I want to go to the last record I love so I can kind of run through these other tracks that I liked and I thought was okay. Prick is another record I love. In this case, because of Brother Tom. Hey, dog, he is a star on this record. He is a star on this record. They think my life is perfect. They think it's ideal. They think I got it all inside, just like I'm a high Kia. Truth be told, I'm as empty as a pop bottle. Like, this is dope. Now, Westside Gunn does come in not to be outdone. And Sly got life, but we pray for the impossible. Shade died from COVID, and I gotta go. That's why I thank God every day, all day when shit get hot. No Libby lemonades in the shade. Part of my waist, but my wrist got 6 figures. Always knew I'd be this guy. It's just like, okay, all right. That's a way for Westside God to do what he does and stick in that pocket. I don't know if I rhymed that shit correctly, but whatever. Just pardon me. But this is the record I really love this record. And again, I can't sing Brother Tom's praises anymore. I'm like a guy in a casino right now. I want to put my bets on him and Stove God Cook. So all right, let's keep going. Now I want to talk about some other records I like that I still think Westside does his thing, right? Again, you got to understand the reference. Comme des Garçons is a play on Bommes des Garçons is a play on word on Comme des Garçons, which is just like the boys. That's fashion shit. Now, Aunt Gina is another record that I like. Again, Sky Zoo for me kind of works here. It kind of feels like he forces Westside to, come on, let's do this hook. We're going to do this hook, how we dedicate it. We going to... But Westside has to make it about his superiority at the end. But I like this. Now, another record that I like that I don't care what Westside made it, Glowrealah, play on words. Yes, he wants to get himself a country skinny bitch like Glowrealah. This shit has made me an acquired taste. It has made me an acquired an acquired taste. I gotta get through this. Another record that I like is Hill Cena. Now, I like this. I like the fact that, Cena had just turned heel for a short time period. Now, Hill Cena probably should have been on Love for Me. It's kind of maybe it was the beat, but there's some bars on there. And I'm saying you pump lanky, call it Wemby. My homie got shot 5 times, said it tickled. This is really the intro to the project. Let's keep it a bean. I want to go back to the Glowrealah shit because Coke got me looking fly like this. Project elevator smelling like piss. Mr. Fuck nigga, but his man's got hit. Nick Van Hexer with the pill house lit. Got boy talk shit on Twitter cause I'm rich. Shitting on bum niggas every day cause I'm rich. No, cause I'm sorry. Anyway, all right, I'm done with that. And records that I thought was okay. Powerhouse Hobb. That's interesting. If you don't know who that is, that's an AEW wrestler who's big as hell. Blow Hendry, I thought Mike fit better on this record. It kind of felt like a clash with Westside, but it's okay. Mike makes that for me. Love You Part 2 is okay because it's Westside doing what Westside does, and whatever, it's gonna on the outro and tell you how I love you, bitch. Like, that's Westside. Similar with the intro. And then you got My Why, which I told you damn near left Balenci, which kind of felt more like an interlude. And it's like, hey, it's 12 tracks, so I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not going to tell you take it off and make it 11 tracks. But overall, man, I enjoyed this journey, and y'all should go check this out before he spaz out on y'all.